To understand this better, we earlier spoke to Professor Avi Loeb, who is the director of Institute for Theory and Computation at Harvard University. And here's what he told us. Listen to this.
We recovered molten droplets from the surface of an object that burned up in the Earth's atmosphere, a meteor discovered back in 2014. What was special about this meteor is that it was moving faster than 95% of all stars in the vicinity of the sun when it came from outside the solar system. It's the first object that humans put their hands on, its materials, that was bigger than half a meter, that came from outside the solar system. And it was moving faster than most stars in the vicinity of the sun. And moreover, it was tougher in material strength than all space rocks recorded by NASA over the past decade, 272 of them. And so the question arose as to whether it might be a technological gadget. Just like New Horizons, the spacecraft that we sent into interstellar space, imagine it colliding with a planet and burning up in the atmosphere of a planet in 1 billion years. It will appear as a meteor, a very unusual meteor. So we decided to go to the Pacific Ocean, where the fireball of this explosion took place, and search for any relics from that explosion on the ocean floor. And what we found are molten droplets from the surface of this object, as it was exposed to the immense heat released by the fireball as a result of its friction with air. It was a few percent of the atomic energy output of the Hiroshima bomb. And so we found just this material in the form of metallic marbles that we picked up with tweezers out of other types of particles that were on the ocean floor. We collected them with a sled that was covered with magnets. And the next step is to examine the composition of these tiny marbles, roughly 0.5 millimeter in size and 1 milligram in mass, and find out, first of all, whether indeed their materials are different from solar system materials in terms of the elements that make them, in terms of the isotopic composition, radioactive isotopes that may live for a finite amount of time and can also tell us the age of the matter that arrived. And once we figure out that it's from outside of the solar system based on the composition as well, we will ask the question of whether it is technological in origin. Just imagine melting computer screens or semiconductors. The molten droplets that would result from that would carry a much higher abundance of rare elements that are not found to be common in nature.